Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Emily Fields. Playing today's pointing in the north, we have Wow Ha Ha playing as COH2 with Grand Offensive, Fortifications and Breakthrough. From the south, we have Wax playing as Soviets, immediately going for Reserve Army. This is a Patreon backer submitted game. Wow Ha Ha around 1100 and Wax 870. So it's a tier 1 start from Wax along with conscripts, so that typically means a sniper start. Early wire off over there. You have to be careful, you know, these tier 1 starts are typically a bit slower. And up against COH2 opponent, they are quite likely to pressure your fuel with a Stern Pioneer. So the squad spent a good 10 seconds or so AFK there. Need to queue up those capping commands. Getting some sandbags up here. I'm not a huge fan of sandbags on this position. You can kind of just use this heavy cover and capture, you know, you got decent cover coming in from the most normal angle of approach. If you put sandbags here, then your opponent can come down here and harass this. And they've got some nice heavy cover back here. Maybe you can get away with it with like those smaller sandbags, but not with the Soviet conscript sandbags. They're too big. But okay, Wax spending some time, going to wire them off, and that makes it all right. And not capping all the way out there. Switching over to the other side. Positioning behind cover now. Accidentally he vaults over cover, so good news for Wax. You have to be careful. Looks like maybe one model's not actually in this fight. These groups are quite spread out. Now a bit of harass coming in. If you're going to build a sniper as well, you have to be a bit careful because you could get flanked through this area if you try and push up to here. So you can't really afford to go too far forwards. Looks like the sniper's going to come out to this side. In this situation, this is where I would build a sandbag up on their fuel with your conscripts. Very annoying to deal with. That's how I'd be handling it. Sniper takes one shot and then retreats. Very early AT grenade package we heard from Wax. Typically shouldn't be necessary at this stage. But maybe he's worried about a 2-2-1 rush. Just running away from the Stern Pies there, and they're allowed to get away with it. And then they're running back in. What? Okay, the sniper's getting involved though. So it should pick off the Stern Pies fast enough. For another conscript after this. It's a lot of Fox Grenadiers charging through the centre of the Comanche needs to get a nice cap in there and wide off that most likely sandbag position of Wow Ha Ha as well. But I think this is a good idea from Wow Ha Ha, just, you know, blobbing forwards with all these squads. It's kind of your best answer to the sniper if you don't have Jaeger lights. Which I don't think he's got any Jaeger light commanders equipped, which I think is a bit of a mistake. Makes it so much harder when you come up against a sniper if you don't have one. He's one of the two commanders with it. Sniper takes a couple shots there, has to retreat. Already got healing back here now, so it's not a huge deal, and still some pretty good territory control for Wow Ha Ha, and going into mechanized as well. So I think this is actually a very good play from Wow Ha Ha. You know, if you're fighting against penals as well, the PTH penals can protect the sniper quite effectively. But the conscripts, they don't have as much kill potential. They can get the snares off better, but they don't have the kill potential against the looks. Getting some mines down now, it's a very good idea. So don't want to overdo it with mines, so you always want to make sure you have about 50 munitions So you have enough for 2 anti-tank grenades.
PPSH
Or like
submachine
URA
guns will now
anti-tank
be
grenades.
issued to all new conscript squads. Political officers are ready to deploy, Comrade Commander.
But yeah, the
Commissar is
fuel
prepared
situation
to
not the
join our
best for Wax
forces
at the
to help
moment.
inspire our men.
Maybe a few of these engagements, a little bit too much bleed on the conscripts. Could have let the sniper do a bit more of the work. 6 kills so far from the sniper. A few more mines coming down. This is one of my favorite mine spots, like just over here. Quite often the infantry kind of pass through running down here. So right on this corner is where a light vehicle kind of crushes through this fence,
Command unit is ready
runs
to
over
be
the mine.
deployed.
But the infantry is not as likely to hit it, but sometimes they will. So it's a good wee spot, that one. I like choke points around these heavier walls as well, where light vehicles can't crush. Ooh, where's the sniper going? Oh my god. Oh. Oh, and then body blocking by his own combat engineer nearly costs the sniper its life. Got some PPSHs now on the conscripts, but this was getting dangerously low on the munis, like I was talking about. And gone into the commissar. PPSHs, though, doing well behind the light cover. Gotten out for quite a long time. Bit of capping out to the side here. You've got to be careful now. There could be a squad wipe attempt trying to catch these units as they retreat back through here. But this is tough for Wax. Too low on...
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
too low on fuel to really get tech going in your own light vehicle. But pretty close to the supply drop. So I'm guessing that's going to be the option.
The enemy has taken
It's just
our
come
supply
online.
sector.
I did play quite a lot with this command. I was maybe even thinking about making a guide on it, but it just wasn't. It didn't end up being a strong enough build for me to make it as an off-meta report. It's going to be my Soviet one, but it's never really gelled trying to use this commander. Tried it every which way I could think of, but just not really my style. Ooh, and in response to this, Wowhaha building a second looks another one of my favorite tactics. A lot of units coming out of the base on low health. Everything's being invested into these support weapons. So yeah, looks should be good. Double looks. Straight away the AT gun's in some trouble. Spins around, so looks going to back off here actually. I'm going to try circle round. No repairs back here though. Good amount of damage onto the AT gun though already, and the AT gun's got to be careful. It's parked right on top of that mine. Could easily get triggered by being shot at. And what are the Sternpires doing?
Points have fallen to 300.
They're making an attack. The second looks off to the side. So this lines up in one shot. Conscript's getting in to intercept the looks. Going to get an AT grenade off on it, but... oh, there's a mine there as well. See you later.
We are losing supplies to the enemy. A squad of infantry
Here goes
has been
the
killed.
AT gun though.
Death before retreat.
Squad's flooding in. And the Maxim's in some trouble from the second looks, so that's getting involved now. The first... well, I think that was the second one actually. I think this is the original one. 4 kills. And trying to get away with the AT gun now. He's retreating a little bit too early though. Oh, what was this from Wowhaha? What a throw.
Rapid conscription at your
Could have
command.
stolen that AT gun easily there, but needed to stay behind with a couple of these 3-man squads to just play defensively for a while. The looks need to be there, and easily could have got away with that AT gun. That was a massive throw. Stealing that AT gun would be so huge. It means you've got your anti-tank sorted just in case they go for like a tier 3 into T70 at this timing, which could be possible. And then also you deny their anti-tank gun, so your looks is then going to be so much more useful for the next few minutes. That was not a good play.
Who do you want dead?
Looks like he tried to set it up towards the end, maybe consigned to its fate. And try to go for a barrage, but it just got decrewed too quickly. Probably running around this way was the wrong way as well. Should have gone out this direction for a better escape path. And he's gonna stick with the looks. He's gonna go for another one. He did decide to build another truck. Typically, if you're gonna go for like a double looks, I think it does help if you've got a strong infantry base than just pure Volksgrenadiers. Maybe like the Sturmofficer, Fallschirmjäger, Jaeger Lights. Something that can scale into the late game a bit better as you make this extended kind of mid-game push.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
And Maxim lining up, but so far dodging array pretty nicely. PPSH is right in tight here though. And oh boy, he got caught on the tree line. But the AT gun may be losing vision there. Sternpire's dead. The look stopped though. It stopped. Oh, but this didn't fire in time. No attack ground through the tree line. There it is, but it's way too late. Oh, what a big miss micro from Wowhaha. And now the looks doesn't have any repairs. He doesn't have the repair station upgraded yet either. But it's something you have to calibrate when you're fighting against this commander. You know, the support weapons are probably crewed by conscript models or maybe combat engineer models. So the weapons don't die as fast as they usually would. And they can actually kind of fight back, in fact. So you're not going to decrew them that fast, so you need to recalibrate your attacks. Runs over a mine down the far side, but it doesn't look like the AT gun's going to be able to catch it unless he drives back in for some reason, which he's doing. Commissar up to Vet 3 already, by the way. Crazy accumulation of Vet on it. First unit to Vet 3 by a mile. Oh, nice little tripwire. That's a second weapon drop? Oh, wow. Well, let's going to give these double looks a real hard time. Double AT guns backed up with a bunch of conscripts with AT nades. It's going to delay Wax's tech though by a huge amount. It's really struggling for manpower at this stage. So to invest into tier 3 and tier 4 is going to take a long time. The PPSH is doing well. Look at how fast they shred that squad. I wonder if Wowhaha has never fought against PPSH conscripts before or something. He's getting blasted every single time. Should hear the sound though. All too familiar, and loses that Volksgrenadier. Meanwhile, the double looks appeared back up at the station. Got a machine gun coming out now.
Forces are capturing our supplies.
Sitting up on the fuel point. Wax is quite far behind on victory points at this stage. He's had decent control in the center, but not much on the other 2 points. Maybe about to remedy that now. That can often be the way if you're going for a sniper start. You know, you're quite slow out of the gates and kind of often one squad down for capping. Can't really afford to send the sniper to cap most of the time. But Wax actually went for the second Maxim before picking up the second Zis, which was curious. Maybe Wax unaware of the second looks.
The enemy is taking what we have
He's
secured.
done something. But here they come now. Luckily though, the squad not really chasing down the AT gun at all. The other one is though, and the sniper's right there. It's a retreat. Double looks rolling in. But they're peppering away. They're not actually doing that much damage. And there's the second Zis now crewed up Brought into service. The double looks focusing on the commissar kill though. I think that's a little bit short-sighted. Circling around. Oh, gets the shot through. This AT gun just about dead to the incendiary nade. AT gun spins. Doesn't get a shot. Conscript's a little bit too slow with the Ura AT nade. But they do get around the side of the machine gun at least. Fox 20 is dead in the center though for Wowhaha while this is going on. He just had a bit too much to micromanage. His double light vehicle pushes, they are very stressful. Not gonna lie. I've had to backfire on me many times as well. But that was, yeah. Maybe not the best target selection. You know, 6-man commissar was pretty healthy. Really need to focus on the anti-tank guns first, taking them out. Then the Luxus can have free range against the rest of the army. And now the infantry of Wowhaha are quite weak. He's decided to go for another machine gun as well, which I don't really like. You know, you're up against a sniper. You got the commissar with the fair propaganda that can force them to retreat. You've got doubles thises with doubles this barrage. I think investing into all these machine guns is a massive mistake. Rex did manage to get tier 3 down, but still hasn't managed to afford tier 4. You can see does have the fuel for a tank afterwards already, so definitely the tier 4 delayed by this double support weapon drop. It has left Wax with a very powerful army. And there goes one of those machine guns to the sniper. Fire going off. Double looks are not even fully repaired here, by the way. Double AT guns coming across for them. And one thing, you know, I find about the looks is it often does quite a lot of health damage, but quite bad at dropping models. The AT guns not really finding their mark here. Double looks is trying to circle around. The machine gun actually getting some damage in from the side. Yeah, this is looking disastrous all of a sudden for Wax. Looks is circling. The AT gun's hanging in there though. A 6-man weapon crew's showing their strength. One AT gun about to fall.
The enemy has killed another infantry
Oh. No. Both AT guns. This one's quite close to the Soviet base though. Should be able to recover it, especially because that looks as in the one-shot range from either a AT gun or AT grenade. He's trying to come up here to claim it. I think this is a bit greedy from Wowhaha, trying to claim this AT gun. I think I'd probably just focus on this one and then get out. And there we go. Hits that mine. Maxim gets decrewed though. Combat engineer's dead for Wax as well, and now he's got a bit of a dangerous retreat path. Looks like he's throwing an AT grenade at the already dead looks as well. A waste of munitions. Machine gun has pushed up though for Wowhaha. It's in a good position. He's so low in these squads now, he doesn't actually have the capabilities to cap these weapon teams. Could salvage them. He's going to jump on that one and then retreat. Going to steal the machine gun. Ended up getting some results. Yeah, this is not going to work. It'll take way too long to decrew. You've got to leave yourself in position to just die as soon as it gets crewed. Really bad idea. It's just I think the looks has got like 20 penetration, and I think team weapons have 80 armor, so yeah, it's not going to work too well. And I think they have 400 health, so it's kind of like shooting at a Stuart with the looks. It's going to take roughly that amount of time to kill it. Very, very slow. frontal armor. And Wax ends up being able to recrew the AT gun. Yeah, that was not a good play from Wowhaha. Also, it's put the tech truck facing the wrong direction, so the flat gun will have to spin before it starts to fire. Some details do matter. I've still got the machine gun up here for the recrew though. Wowhaha hasn't noticed it. Can't recrew it now though, he's run over another tripwire flare. But he has been on top of those tripwires. Don't think we've seen any fear propaganda usage so far though. Could be quite strong for some of these engagements. Because we have seen quite a few blobs from Wowhaha.
More of our troops have been lost.
Ooh. Sky high, that one. I'll miss those. Co3 if they're gone away. Nice physics moments. Always something to keep you occupied, you know. Oh, here comes the T-34 for Wax. So taking an engine crit, and we do have a Panzer IV about to pop out for Wowhaha. Spider building, is it 3 looks? Yeah, still builds a Panzer IV, similar timing to Wax's medium because of all those delays. And has had still pretty good territory control, honestly. Okay, here's the fear propaganda artillery now. On the machine gun. Let's see, it's got a chance. Oh, he manages to pick that up. How? Commissar working miracles. AT guns right the way back at base. Hasn't crewed this one either. This Panzer IV could come for a chase down on the T-34.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
More tripwires going up all over. Do have rapid conscription in this commando, which is okay. One thing to note is that it says speeds up your build times and reinforce times, but if you started construction or something before you activate this, it doesn't get sped up, so you'd have to like cancel it and then restart it. Which is one of the big weaknesses I think of this ability.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Oh, this is not looking good for Wax all of a sudden. T-34 is indeed in some trouble. He's only got that one combat engineer for repairs. The MG decrewed. The T-gun not far behind that. The combat engineers did trying to get something going in the heat of battle. The T-34 missed a crucial shot there though. Panzer IV takes an engine crit. Where was this conscript? Maybe could have crewed this team weapon. Trying to go for a salvage on this. Very risky when you're under fire, but it manages to work. Oh no, bounce! Bounce the killing AT nade. So the Panzer IV is still alive. The good thing about the conscript AT nade at least is that your next one, even if it bounces, will still kill, unlike the US Forces anti-tank grenade, which will continue to bounce until the end of time. Trying to go for some attack rounds. Not always the best with these stacks of lumber here. Conscripts do have enough for Ura anti-tank grenades. Ura's just about off cooldown, but looks like Wax is going to let that get away. Sniper is still alive, one of the best tools against these ogres. Conscripts coming back, they capture this AT gun now, getting away with it. So we've got that Maxim in the center.
We're ready. Send orders.
Yeah, well, I tried to stop this from happening, these zero health tanks, but you know, what can you do? So many tripwires down from Wax though. That's one thing that I'm actually quite bad at. I don't plant them too often.
T-34 standing
Good on the T-34. Second squad of overs now. Trying to jump on the Maxim and able to get it just before getting suppressed. Decrew just as fast. Comes the T-34 though, the Panzer IV back repairing. Taking a long time, the sniper picking away at the Maxim. And forcing it off. And the squad overstaying their welcome against the Commissar T-34. Getting stuck in. Retreats there, probably not necessary. But here comes the T-34. And overstaying their welcome. Gotta be careful, yeah, that's good. About how you're pathing, making sure that hull gun is facing the right direction, ready for the chase down. So this is a bit of a risk. If you miss this next tank shot, now you have to keep chasing. You need to stay close. The machine gun to continue working. Ended up getting the kill anyway. Pretty good execution. Could have been a bit cleaner on the chase down, but it was a good way that they changed the pathing as T-34 closed in here. That was sharp. Have all the team weapons been recrewed? That's what I'm looking for now. I think so. There's a bit of a team weapon graveyard at one stage. Wow, haha, could go for a second Panzer IV around this timing. Maybe think about saving for the Tiger though.
Under heavy MG fire!
28 kills so far on the sniper. That's okay, but 1 kill a minute is... it's kind of like the expected rate, you know? Oh, Fogtready's dead in the center though. That's a nice Zis barrage onto the double machine guns. Just about got them both. Here comes the Panzer IV. Zis lining up a shot on it. It's around the side. The T-34's coming in. Zis tried to spin around here, but I'm not sure about that. The Vet3 PPSH conscripts though, they're making tracks. They're focusing on the overs. And again, wow, haha. Tunnel vision on the vehicle control, not paying attention to the infantry, losing one squad of overs. Nearly losing another. The T-34 though is in some trouble, got conscripts uraring every which way. They need to be jumping on one of these AT guns. Oh, he's going to jump on it with that? No way. Well, they get the 18-8 off. It's going to be the Commissar jumping on that. Could get around this side. Oh, there's a fresh Su-85. Not even necessary. Boof, boof. And that's going to go down. Commissar could pick up that LMG maybe as well. Su-85 goes on to focus sight, attack round missing. Conscripts coming in with its tank radar. I wouldn't be spending it here. To the Su-85. Goes. And after all this, oh haha, has just about nothing. Has been saving, of course. For the Tiger. It's maybe not even going to be that good. Did remember about this machine gun though. It comes for the recro on it. Getting away with that now. Gonna need to rebuild those combat engineers. Wax. Okay, a bunch of units coming out from base.
Get down! Grenade! Man down!
Decent dodge on that nade. That's the tripwire combining up with the sniper. Here comes the Tiger. The sniper's getting out of there fast. Su-85 coming across. He's taken out of focus sight mode. Make this rotation once. tripwires popping off there. There's his vision though for any follow-up damage. Yeah, Commissar can pick that up. It's into focus sight mode again. Tiger rolling into the center now. H-25 has back quite far off. Not really in a position to return fire. Still got that focus sight mode engaged. Just going to try to go for some attack rounds, but you know, you've got such a high chance of missing these. Not ideal. I can understand if you're maybe worried about them having like anti-tank guns, go for some cheeky attack rounds, but in this case, seems like shortchanging yourself. And what's an attack round? I think just bouncing. So is the SU-85 Tiger working nicely? Wowhaha still does have a VP lead at this stage of the match, though army size quite far behind, and Wax right about there to field another unit of some description. No stern pies for med crates, so a lot of these units no healing for Wowhaha, making life very difficult. More tripwires going down. How many tripwires are down there? Hard to see. Incendiary grenade out. Is the Commissar going to pick it up this time? Yeah! Oh, that's a scary guy now. Nixon, I guess, given a capping order down there. Oh, big Zisparage gets a wipe on retreat. Wow. 2 tripwires it was. And a bunch of units coming into the retreat path, lining up a wipe opportunity. S-35 though, no protection. Tiger's right on top of it. It's taken out of focus sight mode, but Tiger's already got too much of a run up here. It'll be hard to get away. I don't see any mines anywhere to guard this either. And there it goes. Here come the conscripts now, but
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of the
too late.
Rodina.
Looks like the Commissar can't fire the LMG on the move. It doesn't need to though. Ooh, 2 squads down. Okay. Let's say that's probably a fine enough trade for Wax, who's building another SU-85 at the moment. This is in position. Should be a snare right here. And no stern pies, no Raketin. This should be a dead Tiger now.
SU-85 tank destroyer ready.
Oh, where's this Maxim going? If it was just A moving forwards, might have been able to win that.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Crewed by Commissar models, I think. Could have probably have killed that. He just sat there and shot. Here comes the SU-85 looking to finish the job on the Tiger. Goes into focus sight mode, maybe a little bit too early. You can kind of just drive forwards, take one shot, and then, you know, you're probably going to take one shot in return, but at least then you know you're in range, know what's going on. The Tiger's backing off to this side. He thinks that the Tiger's gone through this angle, so it gets away too early on the focus sight activation. It doesn't have vets, so can't use the tracking, of course. But otherwise, it would have been a pretty good situation for tracking. Help find it in the fog. And now Panzer IV. Wax is really missing mines. Planting a lot of tripwires everywhere, but needs combat engineers, needs mines. And if this tank ever takes damage, repairs are going to be so slow coming through. Because he's going to have to build combat engineers first. That could just about lose you the game in some circumstances. But Wax at the moment focused on the victory point control. Is that a medic? Medic with the LMG, maybe. Maybe in the future. At the moment, I think it's the commissar model with it, which is good, right? Because that overrid his pistol. Which is not very good otherwise. Oh, these double MGs are in some big trouble up here. Both get away though. Here comes the Panzer IV now. SU-85 is very far forwards without spotters. Tiger easily could have rushed in here. Get on focus sight mode, but at least this one's been activated early enough that can be deactivated immediately upon starting the fight. Help get away. Second SU-85 in the build for Wax. Still need some combat engineers, and here we go. Tiger's charging in. Conscript's there. Need to get the 18-8 off. It's in progress. Slow deactivating the focus sight mode though. The ZIS is coming across. Trying to get away with this SU-85, but missing a couple crucial shots. Grenadiers are dead, but so is the SU-85.
The enemy has destroyed
The ZIS is coming down. Gets one shot on the P4. Smoke on the ZIS. He's going for the sniper kill, I think. I'm not entirely sure where this Panzer IV is heading. Sniper's still not quite a Vet 3, by the way. There's one more snipe. 40 kills, though. Just merge around in the smoke. Here comes the SU-85. The ZIS doesn't know which way to face. Oh, where's this SU-85 going? It's driven a bit too far past. Spinning around now, but misses its first shot. Conscript should be able to get the 18-8 off. The SU-85 a bit too far back, has to push in for the final hit. There it goes. But the Tiger has already made itself back to a safe position to start repairs with all these delays. Oh wow, and the ZIS actually got decrewed by that. Out of control Panzer IV, that's unfortunate for Wax, but dominating the field control right now with those extra squad wipes.
It is finished. HMG crew is ready. Objective secure. We will defend it to the death. The enemy has what do you need?
SU-85's creeping in, looking for some more damage opportunities. Gonna start blasting away at the tech truck. Conscripts kind of need to oorah into close range here, they're not going to do much. Well, they can if he stands out in the open, but... And if he runs in, then that's just easy mode at that point. Well, that works with the incendiary nade. Sniper in from the side though on these double machine guns. And decrease one. Everyone's retreating. SU-85 coming up with the ZIS this time. But the Tiger's healthy again. There's no snaring units near this. And you know, barrage is typically not really that important. You can just go for attack rounds. Generally better. Oh, SU-85 on focus sight mode again, caught out without the snares nearby. The Tiger's just charging in. Just lining up. Oh, Tiger's going to drive right into the Zis. This might be able to get 2 shots off here. Oh, but it misses. Here come the conscripts though. He's got enough for 1 anti-tank grenade only, however, because of that Zis barrage. This gets decrewed. Lots of conscripts there though to regather it. Rex has enough to start another SU-85. Conscripts jumping on the gun. I'll try and spin it around here. This lining up, but it gets decrewed, jumps back on it again. He's 2 shots though, and he's just dropping too quickly. Just continuous cycle of death there. Gun shield, I think, was not offering any protection. Tries to go for the salvage. Needs to get in close with this BPSH unit. Nearly wipes the squad. The MG now guarding it, so it can't be recruited by the conscripts. The Tiger maybe considering trying to kill it off. And there it goes. Tiger now extremely damaged, but still alive. Wax capping out the side. Quite a lot of manpower spare though. It's going to be another Panzer IV for Wow Haha.
Tank destroyer ready.
So yeah, so far Wax kind of getting caught out of position a lot of times with these SU-85s, pushed up too far without support from anti-tank grenades or mines, or activating focus sight mode at the wrong time, not being able to disengage it to get away, not just disengaging it fast enough. A few things to work on with the SU-85 control. And now with no support at all, like no Zis even, it's very risky to be pushing up here. Probably not something I'd be doing. It's going to start blasting away at that truck again. The problem is, if there was a Raketin that came up here, you know, Raketin and snared, then you just lose the game doing this. You at least have 1 conscript relatively nearby, but... Oh wow, that Volkswagen died, that Commissar. And there we go, that's what I was waiting for. Medic with the LMG. Nice. There we go, SU-85. The focus sight mode gets a shot in there. This is the follow-up. Conscripts need to be pushing in. Threatening the snare here. Can deactivate focus sight mode now. But he's allowing the Tiger to close the distance massively. The conscripts forgotten about. No snares at all from them. SU-85's in some big trouble, getting chased down by the Tiger. Backing himself into a corner here. This is a real dead end. We should try to go through here. Su-85 at Vet 2 already. Here come the conscripts now for the snare potentially, but Wax just now could build another SU-85. Has the resources for it again. Could be considering mass anti-tank grenades to try finish off the Tiger. Definitely is going to require at least 2, maybe even 3. Got enough minis for 2 at this stage. Don't want to be clumped up on light cover. It's a really bad idea. Oh no! Okay, T-nade on the Panzer IV. Conscripts dying so fast. Here comes the other squad. SU-85. 3/4 done now. So now the Panzer IV should die to 1 shot from the SU. Tiger, I think, still at 2. Wax with the VP lead. Capping this point, but he's running out very fast. 36 points left. The tanks have to come back in to fight because he needs to be able to tear off the VPs, and he can't do that with his infantry forces. There goes one machine gun.
Lost the machine gun crew.
These tanks are so slow though. This is why you need engineers. You can't rely on backing up to your mechanized truck every single time.
The enemy is taking
You have to have the option of on-field repairs. And there's the Su-85. This time both tanks with engine crits can't just rush in and destroy the Su-85. It's easy pickings from here. Tiger's out of control. Su-85 though again on focus sight mode. And there goes the other Panzer IV. So at this point did manage to get neutralized. So no drain at the moment for against Wowhaha. But the army size is more than double for Wax. Jumping back on the points. You could even come in with the sniper now to cap the center. I'd feel confident enough.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
S-35 is backing off. Got a Raketin from Wowhaha, but it's pretty low priority unless you expect Wax to have a tank, which Wax definitely does not have. A T-34 at least. Su-85 is not going to do anything against the infantry, so I don't see the purpose of the Raketin. A little bit late for that now. And Wax looking to lock up the VPs for the win now.
Machine gun ready. Red Army.
Placing a lost conscript squad.
Incoming round. Do not show fear. Comrade. Now belongs to the people and workers of the kill zone. Pull back.
I don't think we've seen any hit the dirt utilization so far from conscripts. Might have been useful in a few of these circumstances to avoid getting suppressed. Don't need PPSHs for that. It's available on all your conscripts even without that PPSH upgrade.
Sniper standing by.
13 points left. Raketin stolen.
Enemy contact.
Wow, maybe has just gone AFK at this stage.
Do not kill a machine gun.
The people
No.
anticipate our victory.
Still fighting on.
The enemy has 10 points remaining.
This now belongs to us. Run, comrade.
Going to double times. There's nothing going on. There we go. Well, yeah, I always like seeing Reserve Army. I really used to like this commander a lot back when it had the AT Partisans in it still as well. Used to be one of my favorites. And, you know, a pretty sound build order overall, I think, from Wax. Maybe a little bit early on the anti-tank grenade package, but can make sense if you're expecting a 2-2-1 rush. You don't want your sniper just getting blasted like that. Kind of up to you about the reads. You know, if you see them driving onto the field with the tech truck, they're probably going to try to go for some truck pushing. That means they're probably going for the 2-2-1. If you can, you know, count how many squads they have, they've gone for 4 squads on top of the stern pile. Unlikely to be the 2-2-1, so maybe you can hold off on the AT grenades for a little bit longer. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, pretty sound build. Maybe should have made a higher priority of picking up that second anti-tank gun first instead of the second machine gun when you're under double vehicle pressure like that. But we saw Wowhaha's control in the big engagements. You know, it's tough, man. You know, microing two vehicles like that, it's very challenging making all that aggression actually work, especially against Soviets where it takes so long to decrew their team weapons so often. It's tough. And quite often pretty, you know, sound vehicle control from Wowhaha, but completely neglecting squad control during that and end up losing like 2 or 3 squads during most of those pushes. And Wax often end up coming up way ahead because maybe the team weapons got decrewed, but could just jump back on them and then get a pretty big lead at that stage. But yeah, a little bit to work on with the SU-85 control. Definitely need some combat engineers down the stretch as well. Maybe instead of these rebuilt conscripts, because yeah, the mines would be helpful. The repairs didn't matter in this game, but that's just because every time the SU-85 took damage, it died, basically. But yeah, it could have been a different story. But anyway, GG. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.